Hello and welcome to a new video. We are playing one of my favourite games of all time. I have played around 300 hours of this game. It is of course Mount&Blade Warband, but not just vanilla Mount&Blade Warband, it is Phantasy Calradia. This adds in kind of like a mystical element, so it's got like elves, dwarves, necromancers and stuff like that. Adds a few more, adds like classes and races and stuff like that. So that's super cool. So I played, I'll just jump in first. So we'll start a new game. So I played probably around 100 hours of just vanilla, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll carry on after I read this out. Welcome adventurer to the fantasy mod. Please answer the following questions in order to create your main character. Okie dokie, we'll create this character. So, we'll be male. Should we base on me? We'll base this on me. Oh, but do we want to... So a drow is kind of like... They like live underground, but they've come to the surface. I don't know how to explain it very well. Orcs, gnomes, and elves, and humans, and dwarves, you know all the rest of them, but... Drow are kind of interesting. They're like, they use like both swords and magic and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna go for like a high agility build and a high strength build, so I can use horses and use good weapons. So I'm going for an elf. We're not going to be an impoverished noble. We're going to be a veteran warrior. As a child, your family scrambled about as a meagre living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a craftsman apprentice, I think I am. Right. I think... I don't want to be a rogue, major no. Oh, no. A fighter, possibly. Barbarian. Elves are not barbarian. Let's be a fighter. Oh my god, I cannot talk. Though the distinction felt sudden to you somewhere along the way, you had to become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Whether it's the sword, a battle axe, flail, pike, as a fighter you brandish them all, and with unmatched aptitude. You don thick, heavy armor to ward off adversary attacks. You ask for no divine intervention, nor do you wish to rain fire upon those you battle. You duel enemies face to face in what you believe to be an honourable fashion. Your proficiency in the front lines is unmatched, as you can withstand most assaults that many cannot, thanks to a lifetime of strenuous training. What fuels are interested in becoming an adventurer? What's our background story gonna be? It could be like, what's his name? From Gladiator, Maximus Decimus Meridius. It could be like him, but an elf form of him, and not Roman. And he could be like a guy who, lost his wife and child, and became a fighter. I quite like that. Yeah, let's do that. Lost a little one. And mounted. Oh, no. Lost a little one and mounted. Okay. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. All you can say is that you couldn't bear to stay, not with the memories of those you loved so close and so painful. Perhaps your new life will let you forget or honour the name that you can no longer bear to speak. This game. It's unholy how long I've spent on this game. Like, my girlfriend checked my time on Steam and she was stunned. Anyway, let's jump in. Now, I think to make this interesting, we're going to do this no quitting. We're going to just do it as it comes. We're going to try and survive. I think that's what's going to be best. So, I am not going to quit. So I'm going to no quitting without saving. So I must save when I quit. Okay. So name... Now this is going to be a mashup of things I enjoy. So I really enjoy, strangely, Russian history. I did at A-level, and I kind of regret... Not kind of regret. But I wish I could carry it on somehow. So I'm going to call my guy Tsar Alexander. Yeah, because Tsar Alexander II was responsible for like the emancipation of the serfs, for example, and he tried to tried to abolish serfdom, which didn't really work. Anyway, enough about Russian history. Let's build our character. So, as you can see, we can do. If you're familiar with this game, you think you can see a few things have changed. So, firearms is now on here, unless you have the expansion, which I don't, which I probably should get. Magic power, necromancy. Where's the other one? Entertain, I think, is a new one. Faith's a new one. But apart from that, we're all good. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of iron flesh and power strikes. We're going to put another one in there. I want to be able to ride a horse. We've got 3 in riding, which is really good. But I'm going to whack a few in agility. A few more in agility. I think I'll go 1 strength, 1 in agility. Because then I can put another one in. I can't put another one in riding. Okie dokie. Then we'll put some in leadership. Prisoner management's always good. And maybe. But we want our troops to have a chance at least survive. So we have 4%. Okay. And what do we want to use? Sword and shield? I'm quite bad with sword and shield, to be honest. So we'll go one-handed. Lovely jubbly. And we're gonna jump in. Okay. So I want to be somewhat like myself. I guess. Oh, hello. This is very weird. Very flat nose. Anyway, the character, obviously you can tell, this game is quite old. Currently my hair is ridiculously scruffy, so I quite... we're not going for the bowl cut. Not going for the receding hairline. Oh no, these are also receding. We should go really... Oh, I quite like that, even though that looks nothing like me. Age, how old are we going to be? We're still quite young. We've got black hair though, my hair's like dark as hell. Hell's not necessarily dark, but you know. I'm quite young, I'm about there. I'm 19 currently. Done. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key to your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventure will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you... Now this is the point where I've got to choose which kind of... You don't have to choose now which kind of troops you want to go for, but like, this chooses your starting area. Now, the Nords, although there are other factions around, generally the Nords are like heavily, sword and shield, really strong. Kurjikante, horse archers, Vaegirs, archers, Swadia horsemen, Rodoks are like spearmen and crossbowmen. And Tsar and the Sultanate have really good archers and some horsemen. But I'm going to go for Nords, I think. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the Nords. He took the passage of the trading longship carrying Gefalcon, I can't pronounce that, from the furthest reaches of the north to be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risk of drifting ice and later winter storms could be justified by arriving ahead of the sea raiders, who by April would be sailing forth from their island lairs that ravaged Calradia's coasts. It was some relief when your ship came in sight of the delta of the Vile and Bollock. Oh my god, that's so funny. Bollock rivers. Was it Bollock? Right. And a short while later, rode past tidal flats and coastal marshes to the city of Sargoth, home to the sea raiders' distant kingsmen, the Nordic lords, who a few generations ago had carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands on the hairs on your back and neck, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. So, we are in the game, And so we are now in our first instance of combat. Now, I don't like bow and arrow. It takes me ages to get used to it. Sword and shield, I can do. Oh, also the elven noise is horrible. Oh, perhaps I made a terrible choice. Now, I am a bit rusty. I haven't played this game in a few... I don't know how long I've played this, actually. It's been a while. Anyway, we win. So, oh my god. This game means so much to me. I am in love with this game. It's like the perfect game I want. If I could build a game, it'd basically be this. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure how we can say the same for all the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. So he takes me inside. Let's talk to him. Okay. Now, let me explain my proposition. Brigands. So, basically this guy wants us to... his brother has been kidnapped. And he wants us to go and save him. And if we save him, he'll give us money. So, we're going to do it. Okay. So, look at us, very elven. We're going to leave. This is the map. It is ginormous. We are currently travelling on horseback, and we need to go and recruit some troops. So where on earth do we want to go first? Do we want to go for just standard Nord troops to start with? They're pretty strong. I think I'll probably end up going to Warband, which is all the way over there. So we'll start close by, and we'll go... Yeah, I know this, sorry. So we're going to go and rehire some recruits. I'll only get, from the local villages to start with. So this game has many, many aspects, and with the mod, it's added so many more. If you're familiar with this game, so we're already being chased by who are they? Sea Raiders. Oh, we can't take on Sea Raiders yet. Oh no. Okay. I don't think we can beat this guy. We're gonna be taken prisoner straight away. I can only do my best. I assume. Right. So this is the combat. We can kind of order our troops, but they've got. Oh my god, we've been thrown in the deep end here. They've got golems. Golems are super strong. Oh my god, my horse is really quick though. So I've got to do this kind of weird dance with them. I'm gonna lose this. I might have to retreat. Can I retreat? Okay, I can leave. Okay. So we need to outrun this guy. So he's coming this way. Okay, we're good. Oh my days. There are so many raiders here. Oh. Okay, we just hover near the... we've only got 2 recruits left. So we need to go hire some more recruits. An absolute nightmare. Oh god, I was scared then. So, what's been happening in my life? Absolutely nothing. No, what am I doing? I got my first first essay, which is summative, which means it counts towards my grade at uni, back, and I got first. So that's really good news. Seems like I'm doing something right, which is strange, considering I usually do things horribly wrong. I can speed it up, but in the mod it lags it a little bit, so I'm not going to do it too much. So yeah, the essay was on hermit tournaments. Okay. Tournaments are interesting because you get a chance to win loads of money. So that's a thing we should consider. Doing. So I'm now hunting for bandits, and this is the first instance of combat we should be looking for. Against 4, not against bloody iron and clay golems. Okay, so here we go. I can control my troops. I can tell them to stand somewhere, but currently we're just going to charge at them because I am strong enough to fight them off anyway. Also, I've got a really nice sword. So I got given an elven sword from the start. I guess that's what's the benefit of choosing a different race. Often, also in this game, the Oh, almost got him. The different races are like very, very strong, almost overpowered. For example, the race I usually like, the troops I usually get are like the Elven, and if you get like just say 30 Elven Hawkeyes, which is the highest tier, top tier troops of archers, you can just pummel anything. Like you can just like against. I've probably fought over. Okay, he's telling me where the troops are, where his brother is. Sorry. I'll take all of this. So the Elven Hawkeyes are like basically like the highest tier archers you can get in the game with this mod, and like they are so overpowered. Like they're so strong. Also, like when you fight against mages, their mage spells are strong. You can fight demons, and they have like Balrogs, which are like crazy strong. And if you don't have good enough troops, then you just get crushed. Also, the base troops do get an advantage. They're like they get a bit of an upgrade. For example, you can get Nord Shamans, which is like a new thing added. Come here. I'm really bad with the bow. Our recruits are doing just fine. The sea is disappeared. This game is a little weird. It's a bit laggy. Not laggy, like it just looks a bit bizarre. So we're going to slowly walk over here. So I've chosen an agility and strength build. That's because you can get some insane horses in this game. Like you can get some like a hell horse, you get a unicorn, which is pretty badass. Also, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. You can choose you can really alter the difficulty in this game. Like you can make combat really easy, or you can make combat really hard. This is actually really hard combat, but since they're like literally wearing nothing, you can kind of just take them out. When you get to like when you're fighting forts and stuff, that gets really hard. Oh god. So I'm just gonna let my troops go in first because I don't want to die. I wouldn't die, I'd go unconscious and then I'd have to like regen health, and that takes time. There we go, we won. Easy peasy. And then we can hand this quest in and we can get some more dollar. Okay, thank you. Return you to your family. Wait! Can't leave now. We can now. So we're going to take all of this. How good's that? 14 and 6. 24. It's technically better. Elven quilted surcoat. Very fancy. So we're going to take as much as we can. We ran out of room. Although, I'll wear a thick woolen hat. Ah, I look very adorable. So we're going to head back to Sargoth. Find the merchant. You typically don't want to too much speed travelling at night because also I can upgrade the troops. So we're going to change it into Nord Footman. Basically, if you get as far as you can, like I think it's Nord Huskarls, they're like crazy strong, withstand a lot of punishing. Oh, he wants a fight. Flippin' heck. Come here. Everyone's so violent in this game. So everyone's running away. Come here. Such a waste. Right, where's the merchant gone? They've all huddled in this corner. Get out the way. Okay, so, nice. Now he's interested in he wants us to make no, he's asking if we want to make some more money. And so basically, I'm just skip this because there's a lot of reading. There are like bandits inside the walls, and the king or the leader of this faction isn't doing anything about it. And so he's telling us to do it. So we're going to lead his men, and we're going to take out the guards. Look, you can tell this is ridiculous. This is the funny bit I like, because you can sit here and wait until this happens, and then you can get a free hit in. We dinged. Good to ding. Who are you? It's a town's... Okay, so that scream was someone using fear, I think, as a spell. Oh my god, why am I... My shouting's really loud. Look at them. Oh, that was a slice to the head, that was. So the main reason I like this game is because you just have, like, it's an open world, you do whatever you want. Nice. We won. Now we head off. I'm not going to be a religious guy, I'm just going to be, you know, me. Anyway, that is the first episode of Mount&Blade Warband. I truly love this game. I really hope you all like it because I am a huge fan of this. Let me know if you've got any feedback. People have been giving me really good, nice feedback in the comments. You know, just telling me how I can improve and stuff. And that's what I need more than anything. It's all nice, you know, saying you like my stuff. If you've got any critical feedback, would be really nice. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.